The NASA James Webb Space Telescope, the purpose, quite simply, is discovery. To learn things we never knew before. We're going to go literally take the universe's baby pictures.
So now we get to see where we came from and are we alone? And those are two very simple requirements that end up in a book this thick.
Launching it, getting it in space, unfolding it, getting it to work properly, that's an enormous adventure.
I come from a background where I was never exposed to things like this. I didn't know about these things. So just coming out of college and knowing I get to work on something as amazing as James Webb Telescope is something I'm very proud of.
Every time I'm in the high bay, I take a few minutes and just look at it. It's beautiful. You want to look at it. You really can't help but look at it.
It causes you to think about, what you're doing, understanding that everything you're doing here on Earth, when you're testing it, it has to work when it's in space.
I love it when someone puts something on the table and says, this is impossible. And we get the opportunity to go figure out how to make it happen.
There really wasn't a roadmap out there to get there. It was really starting, in a lot of respects, from what I call just a clean piece of paper, starting from scratch.
And it was almost as if we were writing the symphony as we were going. So what questions do we have to ask? What do we have to answer?
You have to have people with diversity of thought, of experiences to put into it. Otherwise, you don't know that you've covered everything.
There wasn't a company in the world that could have done this alone. It's not possible. There are so many dimensions on this.
But I am very, very keenly aware that this is probably the big thing that I do in my life, and realize that this experience that I have is unique. I'm unlikely to have it again, and really treasure it.
Knowing that this thing you've accomplished will be a significant contributor to the advancement of human knowledge.
And you have an opportunity to take on those really incredible challenges and literally defy the laws of physics. That's amazing.
100 million hours of people's lives were spent building the James Webb Space Telescope. That's what's at stake.